Hey everyone, welcome to a transformation video of Masterpiece MP-46 Blackarachnia or Blackwidow. Yeah, because, boy, her transformation sure is something. Jeez. Yeah, it's been a bit of a point of contention among people who've got this. One of the points of contention. I'll get into the rest of that in the actual review, but yeah, this of course is to show you how to transform her from spider to robot and back. Well, the first half will be the part that's easy. It's the second half that might be a little troublesome. So, yeah, so you can see she's a spider. First thing you gotta do, if you have it on there, pop off her little grappling hook claw thing right there. Back here, you want to take this part right here and unpeg it and then untab it from the top like that. That's her gun. We'll put that off to the side. And then right here, this panel right here untabs from the back of the knees right here. Actually, that's the front of the knees, but anyway, right. You want to undo that part and then go ahead and, you want to undo, take the hands here and move them out of the way just a bit, just so you can get the legs here out of the way. You want to unfold those like this. Get those unfolded like that. Then down here, you want to take these knee spikes and fold them out like this so they're sit flush with that. Uncurl the leg fully, take this foot and move it out like that. And then right here, there's a little tab right here on the actual joint. Just a little tab, get your thumbnail or whatever under that, and so you can get the heel out like this. And then this little panel right here on the hip, you want to collapse that inward, and that will make it sit it flush like that against the leg. And do the same thing on this side. Unfold that so it's lined up, uncurl the leg. Take the foot and rotate it down. Get the heel piece out just like that. And then collapse this hip piece up like that. And then you want to rotate the thighs in such a way that they're more correctly oriented like that. This piece right here, you want to fold that down. That piece right there. I'll go ahead and move this up a little bit. Up here, you want to take the hands and untab them from each other and straighten them out like that. Get them out of the way. And right here, there's little tabs that go into the sockets. You want to untab those like that. Just get those kind of more or less out of the way. Up here, you want to untab this part, the thorax, or not really thorax because it's not an insect. You want to untab that bit from there. Bring it down. When you do so, rotate the head around like this. Bring it down to this position right here, and this whole piece right here, there's multiple hinges. You want to kind of collapse that up like that, and bring this down all the way. And this part right here, you want to fold up like this. When you do so, you can also rotate this up and tab it into place like that. Have that nice and secure into place. That's the lower part of the, I guess, chest or abdomen done. Up here, you want to untab this part of the abdomen. Want to untap that so this is free and clear, so you can move the head and the chest up through this gap, which sometimes things get caught a little bit. And move that up through like that. Move that through that gap there. Bring this up and around. This whole assembly you want to collapse that down like this. Collapse that down, and then bring this down, the head and the chest, and collapse those down like that. Make sure the head is positioned properly, including the neck joint and everything. You can twist the whole arm, including the shoulder pads, all the way around like this. Twist all the way around, including the whole thing, including the shoulder pad, if it wants to rotate. And you can twist this so the elbows are facing forward and the hands, and then twist like that. This side, twist the arm around so it's twisted forward. And then twist the hands around so they're facing the correct way. Get these spider legs out of the way. Also, by the way, unless you do what I did and add some floor polish, there's a good chance these legs are going to be popping off the entire time you're transforming this. So just an FYI. I did floor polish on the ball joints to help keep them in place, and it worked pretty well. So just so you know. I'm just positioning them right now because, you know, that's kind of more or less what you're supposed to position them, is kind of like that. And then this bit right here, this back assembly, you want to collapse it on this joint right here, up and down, up this, and this once, and then this tab will go into this little slot right here, right under the neck. And there you go, and that collapsed against the back, and you have Blackarachnia in her robot mode. Iron transformation of the gun, just to, I guess, total completion. If I can get the feet to line up. There we go. She's standing. Yeah, this part you want to unfold this right here and fold that down. That's her gun. Yeah, that's pretty simple. And you can take the other piece and boom. And then you tap that, pegs into her hands. That's the transformation, yeah. Going from spider robot, easy. It's the other way that's a lot more difficult. Like, a lot more difficult. And so we're going to go ahead and do so. So, once again, take this bit out of the gun. I have to wiggle it out and then transform the gun back by collapsing these side pieces down and turning this back around. So, that's the back of the spider. And here's the fun part. So, yeah. The main robot. Okay, so untab the back from here and fully extend it. Like, fully extend it. Make sure that the upper chest, yeah, take the upper chest and head and move them up. And you're doing so, also make sure to fully extend it like this so you have enough room to actually fit those through. Make sure, yeah, make sure she's, yeah. Make sure they're all the way through like that. And then this tab will go into here. Lock that into place, and make sure to kind of establish the curvature kind of now of the abdomen. Right there, just make sure that's established. You want to make sure of that. So yeah, that's all fed through like that. That's more or less sitting like that. Again, come down here and do the hips, and go ahead and rotate that now. You can bring this up, and this part you want to unfold this part right here, like so. Bring this up and around, rotate the head around, and then this part will tab over this little tab right here. Sometimes it can be a little fight a little bit, but I got it done right there. These parts, okay, it's the shoulders. You want to rotate them up like this. Again, shoulder pad thing and all. Rotate those up. And this is one of the more tricky bits of the entire transformation, just because getting these arms all lined up and tabbed in together is a pain in the butt. So there's little tabs right here in the shoulders that kind of go into these little sockets or little slots on the arms. It's not exactly easy. It's not exactly easy. It's just kind of a you'll barely feel it kind of thing. And you want to rotate the arms in such a way that they'll collapse inward like this. You want to kind of generally in that direction. And then rotate the hand itself so it's this tab is on towards the middle of the spider. You want to this double joint here at the elbow. You want to, yeah, kind of. You want this green bit kind of a little more forward than the rest, and then getting this line up. This is the iffy part. It's just you gotta more or less just fiddle until it lines up, and you want this kind of flat against here, and yeah, also extend the torso a little bit. See, I just undid this part. This comes untabbed really easily, and I almost always untab it multiple times during transformation. So if I go back and fix that multiple times, don't worry, it's not a transformation step you need to do unless you do. There are butterfingers like me sometimes. Basically, you want this hand down here, but you also want it flat against things, and it's just a huge pain in the butt. It really is. And do the same on this side to tab that in right there. Again, it's a see that, yeah, right there. That tiny little tab goes into that tiny little slot, and it barely fits. And then you rotate it so it's the elbows facing inward. Adjust it as necessary. And again, this is where you want to try to tab the hands together and hope you got it lined up right. Because the other problem is the joints are stiff enough that moving the wrong one at the wrong time will cause it all to just undo itself, like really badly. And even angling all this stuff can be a pain in the butt, especially against spiders. Spider legs, unfortunately, can, again, just get in the way in a really nasty way. So you kind of want it like that. If you notice, that's where the hands are. That's more or less roughly where they should be. They might misalign multiple times where you transform this, just an FYI. And you'll want to move the spider legs. There's a rotation right there. You want to move the spider legs on this whole black piece. You want to move it up so that it's closer to the main spider body, like so. If you can, well, get the spider legs out of the way entirely, but good luck with that. So you kind of want it lined up like this. And yeah, it's tricky. But I think I might have gotten it this time. I say as I probably will mess it up multiple times. Now, legs here. Once again, you want to take this little panel right here and untap it and move it back like this. So it's like at that angle. See that it's what angle it's at right there? Yeah, you see that black panel. So you undo it and move it up like this. And then you take the heels and fold them in. Take the feet and rotate them right here at this point, because lest you really do not want to accidentally shear these off. I've heard of people shearing them off. I'll get to that in review. And then you want to fold the legs up right here. Make sure those panels are open so that because these black panels cover up the gold part of the legs, and fold the knee pads or knee spikes down. You also want to angle at the thigh swivel. You want to angle them out just so slightly. Just a little bit. So when you fold them up, somewhere to go. And also, yeah, the weird thing is, yeah, the claws are going to kind of wrap around the feet and the legs a little bit. Not a whole bunch. It's kind of, yeah, again, it's kind of a weird thing. But once you get it all lined up, it should be fine. But, excuse me. Yeah, there's these big old tabs right here in the back of the abdomen right here. They go in the slots on the leg and then the knees. Again, it's not immediately obvious sometimes what you're supposed to do. Sometimes you have to, yeah, there we go. I didn't quite get that one all the way out yet. All right. Then you can bring this up right here. You bring that up. And then this piece, you want to tab it up into here. And then there's that peg down here, which again, that's kind of this helps you get things final alignment. If this all pegs together like that and tabs in, then you're golden. If it doesn't, then things are still slightly out of alignment. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I got it. Oh yeah, oh man, I got more or less got it. And then of course take this this bit and make sure this silver bit's facing forward, and there's these tabs right here which go in those slots there. Oops. If you don't drop it. And you just tab that on. Of course, if you want to use the spider web, you'll want to do this a little bit differently, but again, in the main review, that's when I'll do that. I'll talk about that stuff. Tab that on and bring the spider legs down, and don't accidentally untab that by putting pressure on it, because it's not the most it's not exactly the most secure connection. It's just there to, I guess, store away, not necessarily for really any sort of structural reason. But there you go. You got the spider mode, more or less. Might have to sit there and fiddle with it to get it 100% lined up, but hey. I kind of got it. I got it on camera first try. I thought I'd be sitting here for 10 minutes just trying to get it all lined up. But yeah, once you do it a couple times, you start figuring it out. But yeah, it's not easy. It's not easy to figure out. But once you get there, yeah, you get the spider mode, and yeah, you can figure it out. I think it's not easy to figure out, and there's some, particularly since the instructions are not at all helpful, and a lot of stuff is really easy, just like, what I don't understand, because like you get a robot, and then you're like, wait, how was it in spider mode? I forgot. Yeah, that's more or less what you want. I might be slightly off. Someone might be yelling at me. He's like, no, you did it wrong. You're going to do this. But it's like, I think I pretty much got it this time. So that's the spider mode. That's the transformation. Man, it is difficult. This is part of the reason why it took me so long to get these videos out, is because of that transformation right there. Anyway, I hope this was helpful for you in any way, because yeah, I had to look at get other people's help for this one. I hope this was helpful for you in any sort of way. Yeah, I hope you check out the review as well, and I hope you like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. It looks like we're kind of somewhat safe from Kappa, so hopefully that's a thing. I hope you check out the review and all that stuff. So I'll see you next time. Bye.